What's the biz, everybody? It's your boy Vaker Maker, aka Dansley, here to give you some true shit. We're gonna do something a little different today. Now, truth be told, this is actually the second time I've done something like this. But so basically, as you guys know, see on the screen right here, I recently did a video on the topic of is Tifa a sex symbol, and if is that necessarily a bad thing? As you can see, got over 2K views and 35 likes, which I want to just, first off, I want to just go off and say thank you. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and stuck it through for 53 minutes, hearing me ramble on about, this character and various other things. Like I said, I want to thank everyone who took the time to actually watch the video. Like I said, I know 53 minutes isn't easy. Sitting down for 50 minutes ain't necessarily easy, but some of y'all, 2,000 people did it. Wanted to listen and hear what I got to say, which I really do appreciate. While there are those who didn't, there are those who, and I've seen this happen in tons of other videos with different channels and stuff. Well, for example, they'll do a video, there's a video saying does such and such suck or something like that, right? And immediately you'll see comments, but you can tell right away that they didn't even bother to even watch through to the video. They just decided just comment whatever and say, no, they do not suck, you suck, and all that stuff. They basically are so quick to be on the defensive side without even taking the time to actually watch the video and saying, if you had actually watched the video, there's a good chance that they might have, the video itself probably wasn't even saying that such and such sucks. They were just, having an answer, a general question, and then answering them themselves and being like, no, they don't need such and such a suck, and they'll give reasons why, right? But a lot of these people, they were just so quick to comment before even watching the fucking video, without even watching the fucking video. And then you'll be people who read such comments and like it themselves because they themselves didn't watch the video and be like, man, this guy's trash. And then they'll decide to just click on a bunch of, click on the dislike button. That's how it starts, man. That's usually how it is with some videos, man. And, it's just silly to me, and my video was no exception to that rule. Some people, they saw the thumbnail. Now, to be fair, originally I had titled this video a little different. So as you can see, right now it says, is Final Fantasy VII's Tifa Lockhart a sex symbol? Is she, and is that a bad thing? Originally, it was just titled, if Tifa Lockhart, has she become a sex symbol? And for some reason, that really irked a lot of people, right? I guess they took it a little too literally and being like, they took it to, this guy, well, where has he been? Where has he been? Obviously, he's been sitting under a rock and stuff. And, they thought I was, but basically they made bunches of assumptions based on that one title. And instantly, without, like I said, taking the time to watch the video, they decided to comment and leave a very, silly comment, And a lot of these comments, I just sit back, like I said, I'm not mad at them. They just made me chuckle. And for a lot of them, we're basically just saying the same thing the last person said. So I decided to just delete a lot of them. And some of them that I deleted, I decided to screenshot them before I deleted them. And hence, that's why we're doing this video. It's basically me looking back at most of the good and bad comments left, positive and negative comments left on the video, and basically me responding to them, so here we go. So first off, I just want to, before I do any of that, I want to clarify exactly what the purpose of the video really was, because a lot of people misconstrue, based on the title, they just know exactly what it was. But basically, so my whole point is what goes through your mind whenever you think of Tifa Lockhart? Is it her looks, her role in FF7, her sick ass fight moves, or something completely different? Did you discover Tifa through the video games, or did you discover her through some random adult websites? This is one of the most like I said, this was one of the most important videos I've ever made. I'm actually I'm satisfied with what it turned out. It's not perfect, of course. There's always room for improvements, and I'm always open to constructive criticism. But then you got others who just are straight up just flat out rude. I just ignore those comments. But yeah, this video was basically I've gotten the chance to give my 2 cents on the matter of the sexualization and overly sexualization of Tifa. Also going over what I observed towards the evolution of the character, as well as observing the fandom. And yes, I did in the video. I do bring up some certain Tifa controversies that went viral. With that said, like I said, I did put a lot of work into it. Like I said, this was kind of like this was sort of like a retrospective video, as I do go over and analyze both her OG and remake designs / models, but it's mostly a discussion video, really, to discuss with fellow Tifa fans, discussing with you guys whether or not do you guys think that Tifa has been overly sexualized, and and also kind of trying to decipher what exactly, whose fault is it for Tifa being, and obviously, like, is it necessarily the devs' fault for the way Tifa has been sexualized by the community, or is it simply just the community themselves that have been sexualizing Tifa, that type of thing. But now some people were taking it as me just attacking the community, which that was not the case at all. Like I said, if you watch the video, you know that. But yeah, just to answer something. So a lot of people, when they read the video, they just read the title, they just assumed that I was not aware that Tifa, that I've never seen a Tifa fan art until recently, which is, like I said, not the case, because on multitude occasions, even I myself said on multitude occasions that she's been a sex symbol for decades. Again, Tifa has been seen as a sex symbol for decades since her first appearance, since 1997. But yeah, let's just get to the comments, shall we? So this first comment comes from Punny PYO, whatever. What are you talking about? She had always been. Have you not seen R34 Dojins? Yeah. But yeah, just another classic example of someone commenting before even watching the video. Then some dude responded, "You can't blame them. Your video is 53 minutes. And I'm just like, okay, but you really don't need to watch the whole thing to know that I clearly have seen Rule 34, nor why I'm even asking the question in the first damn place. If the video was just simply about answering the question and nothing else, then I wouldn't have made it as long as I did. It's clearly more than just that. I just think it's silly I don't think it's wise to be leaving comments like these without taking the time to even watch someone's video. Most of the time, you'll just end up looking dumb, which they did. And then someone went on the train bandwagon and said, right, where has he been? Again, clearly another person that has not watched the video, because, dude, clearly, even you don't have to watch 53 minutes to know that I've seen this shit. There's a reason why I'm making this video in the first place. Dude, within the first couple seconds of the video is littered with not safe for work Tifa fan art. Come on now. So this led to me making like a pinned comment, basically telling those to please watch the video before answering the question, please. And it's like I said, it's more than just answering that simple question, you know. And then, I got some more comments from people. This next one is basically says, yes, she's always been. Yes, I've seen your video and I'm still standing by with what I said. Conflicting opinions go ooga booga. Okay. And I'm just like, okay. Again, I don't have no problem. Look, like I said, you're free to feel whatever you want, dude. Just don't be an asshole about it. Shit, jeez. Is it really that hard for people to understand that concept? But I guess not. So this next comment, so this one's pretty funny. So this one, as you can see, it's under a totally different language. I'm assuming it's Italian, it's so when I went on Google to translate it, this is what it says. She's always been a sex symbol, bro. Didn't you see any smutty Tifa Lockhart content before the remake? Mamma mia! Which I just laughed to, I was just like, genius. Pretty clever, because it was it was a direct response to my comment, basically telling the commenters to please not say that, and then someone says it in Italian, which I thought was funny, because if you know, you know. Then his next comment has saying, she's always been best girl in all of Final Fantasy. What do you mean has she become? She was to start with. So, first of all, number one, being best girl doesn't automatically make you a sex symbol. Number two, if you had watched the video or at the very least, read the description, then you'd know that that's not really the point of the video. And three, a little friendly advice before commenting on someone's video: watch the damn video. The next comment is just let gamers think Tifa Lockhart is a gaming sex symbol. The world let America think Lizzo is their sex symbol, so why not? Just relax a little. Okay, where in the video does it come off I'm upset with the idea of Tifa being a sex symbol? Or are you just another person simply commenting and responding to the question before taking the time to actually watch the video and listen to what I gotta say? Because if you did watch the video, then you'd know exactly how I feel about it. And besides, that's just a portion of what the video really is about anyway. I'm just starting a conversation with fellow Tifa fans, asking them if they think Tifa is a sex symbol, and what does being a sex symbol even mean to them? What does Tifa the character mean to them? And various other questions, and discuss if it's necessarily a bad thing for her to be a sex symbol or not, which you would already know if you actually took the time and watched the video. And even if you claim you did, you obviously wasn't paying attention to it. And the sad thing is that you're not the only one, and there's others who read your comment, like it, and just make assumptions based on your comment, and not even give the video a chance. Which is sad. If anything, Scarlet is more of a sex symbol. Well, in terms of personality, I completely agree, especially since she exhibits dominatrix traits. However, let's be real here. She's nowhere near as popular or as iconic as Tifa. Prior to Remake, Scarlet probably had like a handful of fan-made lewd stuff online. Thanks to Remake, she's gotten way more popularity than she ever did. Similar to Jessie, before Remake, and so much more simps. Meanwhile, Tifa's had years of this shit online that even rivals the amount Lara Croft has had. Tifa's size is just right, not too big, nor not too small. That's my own opinion. Again, fair enough. You know, I kind of agree. It's not too big, not too. I mean, comparing if you're comparing to this, I guess, then yeah, she I think the remake did a decent job, man. They did a really good job. You know, this just sounds like you're embarrassed that people have sex drives and that they did not like the censored remake, Tifa. Wow. You sound like another dude butthurt that they quote unquote nerfed Tifa's boobs. But seriously, if you watch the whole video and that's all you got from that, then we really have absolutely nothing to talk about. Before that event occurred, Italian, I think what he's basically saying, like before the Italian Senate incident, she's always been that way to '90s players, giving her big breast. But we are not liking her because of that. We like Tifa because she is compassionate and kind. I mean, like, yeah, like I said in the video, in the actual video, even before the whole Italian Senate meeting incident, Rule 34 Tifa content was always a thing. The incident just added to the lewd Tifa collection online. But I'm glad there are people besides me that like Tifa for for just her big boobs. If anything, her having big boobs is just a bonus. The actual answer is it doesn't matter because it has no meaningful effect. Laura Croft before Chun-Li, Mai, or Samus? Well, okay, like I said in the video, when you Google search who was the very first video game sex symbol, it'll say Laura Croft. I'm not saying it's necessarily true or not, but she is definitely the most popular example of a video game sex symbol or icon. Did you really need 53 minutes to answer this question? Probably not. But there's so much more to this video than simply just answering that one question. If you had watched the video or at least bothered to read the description I have left for the video, you'd probably already know that. But of course, some of you guys rather just leave comments without actually watching someone's video whom probably put a lot of work into making. Now, if nothing I wrote in the description nor even the topic itself interest you, then you don't have to watch the video. You don't even have to watch the whole thing if you don't want to. But don't critique the video or the question I'm asking without even taking the time to even watch it. Then you yourself can be the judge of whether or not this video was worth the runtime. Why is this even a question? The answer is yes. Well, did you even watch the video to see why it's even being questioned? Plus, it's a discussion video. And that's not even the only question that's being asked. If you would watch the video, you'd know that, genius. The fact that you didn't even name Samus once when talking about strong female characters means you have failed. Also, Tifa Lockhart does not fit the description of a vixen. She's not fiercely independent, nor a take charge kind of girl. She does what she needs to do when lives are on the line, but she's an extremely shy and unconfident person, especially when it comes in the matter of the heart, hence her name. Okay, first of all, I was just naming the three female characters that were listed as examples of hypersexualized video game characters, which are Tifa Lockhart, Chun-Li, and Lara Croft. If you had paid more attention to the video, you would have saw that. And look, I'm sorry that Samus' name wasn't included on it, but you know what? That's okay. That doesn't mean those three characters aren't the only ones. Just examples of hundreds of characters. Did you expect them to, or me for that matter, to have listed every single character that fits that description? Take it up with them, not me. But to be perfectly honest here, I don't think she's been sexualized as much as, say, those three characters I just listed that were listed anyway. With that said, she is indeed an iconic video game character of her own right. And as far as Tifa not being a vixen, I'd suggest you read the Traces of Two Paths novel, which is indeed canon to the FF7 trilogy. In it definitely had Tifa doing her time without Cloud and having to be independent and taking action for herself. And for the record, she's shown to be independent in the games as well. In case you've forgotten, she does temporarily take up the lead role of the party when Cloud isn't around in the OG game. So she isn't always a follower. And it's not like she just lets people walk all over her either. In case you missed it, but in the video, I did state that while she does tend to be unsure of herself when it comes to making really hard decisions, but when it comes to the people she cares about, she never hesitates doing all she can to help and protect them. And even when she isn't technically the leader of the party, she's often the voice of reason and has to be the one to get them in line whenever they're bickering with one another, like Cloud and Barrett tend to do with each other. Basically, being the mom of the group. She does voice her opinions on stuff. It's just that most of the time she chooses not to be overly aggressive about it like some other characters. Barrett. And let's not forget that she chose to go see Don Corneo by herself. Neither Barrett nor any of the Avalanche members told her to do that. She just did that herself. That's just another example of her taking action and being independent. And relying on others for emotional support isn't a bad thing, nor does it not make you a vixen. So we're just gonna have to agree to just disagree on that matter. Plus, when you do look up examples of video game vixens, her name does tend to be included. And finally, is this really all you took from the video? These are just a very small portion of it. Hell, it's in the first 2 minutes of it. Come on now. I consider Tifa's design in the FF7 movie because that is the first version I saw. I think what they meant to say was that's the one they liked the most. Basically, Advent Children's design. Some people have said the same thing with Cloud. That's the design they prefer because this was the very first one they saw, which makes sense. I myself actually do like Tifa's design in Advent Children. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. If she is a sex symbol, then Cloud and Sephiroth will be what men should aspire to. Strong, upright, and making women turn their heads and say, "Buzz off, girl, he's mine." Okay then. Is being a sex symbol a bad thing? One can be deep and sexy. Hey, you tell me, is that a bad thing? And that's the point of the video, the discussion, between us Tifa fans, whether or not this is necessarily a bad thing for all these lewd content of Tifa to exist online or not. Does it diminish her character, her legacy, or say, like I said, it's an open discussion. Is Tifa Lockhart a sex symbol? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. That being said, that doesn't even diminish who she is as a standalone character. And just because she's seen as a sex symbol doesn't mean she's weak or a damsel in distress. Even in the OG FF7, she was a kick-ass character that was never seen as the type a villain ties down on a railroad track to wait for a hero to save them. Tifa was never useless. OG Princess Peach, on the other hand, I agree. That's basically what I said at the end of the video. She's been seen as one for decades, yet she's still looked at by gaming fans and critics with high regard outside of her just being hot. And the final comment I'll be responding to is this one right here. There's an old saying that if the entire question you're exploring can very easily be answered with a no or yes, maybe just don't waste people's time. Anyone who doesn't think Tifa is a sex symbol is completely insane. They had to wrap her up like a mummy in Advent Children to make sure the audience didn't get distracted by her boobs, since she was the focus of the entire first half. And to that, here's my response to that. Are you familiar with an old phrase, there's more than meets the eye? I don't know if you bothered to watch the video or not, but maybe, there's more to the question than meets the eye. Maybe there's more to the video than just answering the question. Maybe there's a reason as to why the question is even being brought up in the first place, and why the video is even as long as it is. Reading the description would have definitely helped giving you a better idea on what this video really is about. But hey, you clicked on the video for a reason, right? So the video, the title alone must have intrigued you just a little bit. Now, for you to say if a video was a waste of time, you would have had to actually watched it to say that. Otherwise, I don't think it's fair to do so. If you don't want to sit down and watch a 53-minute video, that's fair. But don't advise me not to waste people's time when you didn't even take the time to hear what I gotta say. Now, if you had watched the whole thing and still think it was a waste of time, then I'm sorry you feel that way. But if you didn't watch the video, then maybe you advising me not to waste people's time is a waste of time. But anyways, as far as them covering up Tifa's boobs in Advent Children, there's probably some truth to that. But I do want to point out that it's definitely true that compared to her OG attire, Tifa was showing off less skin in the movie. I wouldn't necessarily say they wrapped her up like a mummy. Similar to Remake, they got her wearing an undershirt as well. In this case, a white tank top underneath her black vest. But I don't think it hides the fact that she's got boobs. And it's not like the classic attire was showing off her nipples. But yes, compared to the PS1 game, her appearance in the movie was conservative. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was fun putting it together. Might do a response video towards that error video discussion video I did recently. But like I said, I just want to once again just take the time to thank you guys. Thank all you for each and every one of you who took the time to actually watch the video, regardless of whether or not you liked it or disliked it. I'm at least glad you at least watched it, unlike some people who chose not to and decided to just leave a dumb comment, basically outing themselves. But hey, that's expected. But yeah, I'm at least glad that this many people are watching a video I worked hard on and giving their 2 cents in it and on the topics I brought up in the video. I'll just let the other people continue looking dumb and assume I'm just another SJW tuber who claim to not like porn. But those who have watched the video will already know that's not the case. Anyways, again, I ask you guys the question again. Do you think Tifa Lockhart is a sex symbol? And if so, do you think that's a bad thing? What does becoming a sex symbol mean to you? What does Tifa the character mean to you? Did you agree or disagree with any of the points I made in the original video? Were you one of those people complaining about Tifa's knockers being nerfed? Does the size of Tifa's melons even matter to you? And most importantly, does it matter to you if Tifa does be included into Tekken 8 or not? Like I said, comment below and let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like these, and most importantly, hit the notification bell to be notified for whenever I do post these videos. Now, with that said, stay beast.